welcoming Billy Lange.
Thank you, Jill. Stand here today in total awe of God's favor in my life. I grew up on Philadelphia basketball, Big Five battles, and historical holy wars. To be the new head coach of St. Joseph's basketball is the Lord's handiwork, as he has truly delivered the desires of my heart. First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge and sincerely thank both Dr. Reed and Jill for your confidence. It's clear the importance of this position. In some ways, I really don't need this, so I'm going to keep trying to make it work. The transparency and candidness you displayed in our meeting was refreshing, and I was inspired by the progressive and dynamic vision you both share for the university and for St. Joseph's basketball. As we continue to connect and share philosophies, it became quite evident to me that this was an epic opportunity. I look forward with great anticipation to our partnership. I am here today because of a multitude of great men who have selflessly sown into my life, because that is what coaching is all about. My college coach and a Big Five great coach, Dr. John Giannini, who is actually here today. Thank you, Coach G. Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame coach Herb McGee. Philadelphia coaching legend Speedy Morris. Mentor and friend Jay Wright, who has influenced my leadership on many, many levels. There will be time for that. The past 6 years, I've been blessed to coach in the NBA for the Philadelphia 76ers, one of the best franchises in the league. I come to you today and I have learned from the best the sport has to offer, from progressive owners to tactical front office leaders, to innovative business talent, to cutting-edge video coordinators, to diligent scouts, caring sports science staffers, driven players, and creative data analysts. The collaboration of that organization has completely reshaped the way that I see the game of basketball, see leadership, and how I successfully would like to build a culture here. While I was there, I worked in the trenches with many, many great assistant coaches, guys who have been NBA Coaches of the Year, but the three that matter the most are three great Hawks, former NBA head coach Jim O'Brien, and two members of the historical 2014 John Bryant and Dwayne Jones. I consider these men friends, and I have seen firsthand their passion for this program. It's on display every single time St. Joe's plays, even when they should be concentrating on the Philadelphia 76ers. I've also learned under a coach who has navigated the most radical, most debated rebuild in the history of professional sports. And I take a lot from this. He did it with energy, steadfastness, love for people, respect for family, resourceful studying, connection, delegation, empowerment, forward thinking, and development. My relationship with Brett Brown has been one of God's most tremendous blessings on my life. And I thank Brett for his confidence and commitment to me. One of the most attractive aspects of this opportunity is the passion people have for St. Joseph's. We've already booed our opponents up here tonight. And I have experienced that firsthand from members of my family. My parents, Bill and Kathy, are class of 1970. I remember as a youngster being in our living room, watching my dad and his friends jump around as DePaul was stunned in the NCAA tournament by a gritty, edgy, tough St. Joseph's basketball team. And I watched my father's bond with Hawk greats Rodney Blake and Tony Costner when he was the head coach of the Philadelphia Spirit. That was actually a basketball team. You can Google it. I promise you. My brother Mark, who is here today, is from the class of 1997. He was a 4-year manager and experienced that memorable 1997 Sweet 16 run and probably finagled many, many underage admissions to the Muddy Duck. There's no doubt about that. All right. My sister-in-laws are graduates from the classes of 1999 and 2008. And although I was drug here, I have sat through many commencements and listened to students openly and authentically express their gratitude for their 4 years on Hawk Hill. It's real. And you cannot fake that love and that connection. It's part of why I'm so attracted to being here right now. My wonderful wife, Alicia, was the coordinator of academic services for student athletes from 1999 to 2004. We got married. She was in that position. To this day, she holds many, many special relationships with the student athletes that she assisted. I say all that to say I understand and embrace the deep affection that people have for Hawk Hill. They are touched for life by this mission and the people associated with this institution. Pope Francis has said that every person is unique and unrepeatable. Every person is unique and unrepeatable. This is a true awakening to our perspectives and a call to celebrate each individual. With that being said, human beings do not replace human beings. What has preceded my arrival here is decades of relationships, mentorships, servanthood, influence, and an eternal impact which I will strive daily to maintain and continue. I welcome the responsibility of being the next steward of St. Joe's basketball. Coaches such as Phil Martelli, John Griffin, Jim Boyle, Jim Lynham, Jack McKinney, and Hall of Famer Jack Ramsey have led on Hawk Hill with passion and diligence, and I am honored and humbled to be able to contribute to this program's great legacy. College is a time of great growth. Young, eager, ambitious hearts and minds come to this university filled with hope. They are dream chasers, if you will. Any student athlete who comes to play basketball in the great city of Philadelphia, in a major conference like the Atlantic 10, and to a program like St. Joe's basketball, which has had countless great players, too many to name, should have high basketball aspirations. We are going to embrace that. We will go all in on helping our student athletes pursue their passions. We want current and future Hawks to know that we are dedicated to helping them chase their dreams. We will be totally dedicated to their holistic development, their mind, their body, their spirit, and their skill. We want to create a joyful energy as they embark on their St. Joe's basketball journey. Culture. Everybody uses the word. Culture is about people. It's about values. It's about systems. We want a program that is connected to our student body, our faculty, our alumni, and the purpose of our faith-filled community. We can pursue individual greatness while being a part of something bigger. Those things can be inclusive. I know it, and I am focused on that connection. In closing, the banners in Hagan Arena and the jersey that our players wear, they tell a story. They tell a story. It's a great story. That great story is bigger than any one individual. And every time the Hawks play, we will compete like crazy for that story. Iron will sharpen iron, and the Hawk will never die.